Good day, YouTube. This is just a bit of a quick and fun comparison between Kubuntu on the left and Manjaro on the right. So without further ado, let's get into this one here. Now, Kubuntu, starting off, we have 20.10 release, so the latest and greatest release for that one. And we've got the latest release for Manjaro as well. More of a what you'd call a rolling release instead. It's not really a point release where it gets upgraded every 6 months. But basically, the reason for this comparison here is because they are actually both, well, they're both Linuxes, and they've both got KDE running on the front end for the desktop environment there. So you will find them to look a little bit similar in nature. In fact, have a look here. This is almost identical on the front end, which doesn't always happen with KDE Plasma. Desktop environments there, they've just got Plasma for short, 5.2. 2.5 there, that's all good. Now, let's see, so let's just have a little bit of a look further. We've got all the software that you would expect from any Linux distro. Not something I get into because you can really go to the terminal and type in to install whatever you want, and indeed I've got plenty of videos for that. Now, let's have a look at the file manager. Now, as we might expect, we've always got the Dolphin file manager for any Plasma, KDE, whatever you want to call it, desktop environment there. Very nice, very functional. They're really identical again. Obviously, we're working with different colors, but that doesn't at all affect the functionality, as one might guess. In fact, I'm really loving Manjaro. I don't know why it's not my main daily driver of a distro. I just don't know. It's just gorgeous all around. It does have the excuse me, all the front end power of the KDE Plasma desktop environment, but all the back end power of the Arch Linux. I guess just fundamentals, because the Arch Linux backend has a very thriving community, a little bit of a high-tech community there as well, but hey, you know, the color accents and the tones here as well, I'm really always enjoying, so that's really nice to see there too. Let's have a look at, speaking of the backend, let's jump into the backend there and have a bit of a look-sees and feelsies at what we're running with the kernel. So this is where it gets pretty interesting. So we're running at a later and greater kernel for Kubuntu, whereas on the Manjaro side of things, it is a little bit older. This can be changed, but it is certainly more stable in comparison, so they say. Now, we have let's have a look just lastly at the CPU and the RAM usage. Now, we are running pretty idly along there on the CPU. Nothing to write home about too much. And for the RAM, about 750 megabytes of RAM on boot up for Kubuntu. Not too bad. About 850 for Manjaro. So you could argue it's a little bit less optimized. We are running on a different back-end system. All of that with Arch, as opposed to Kubuntu running on Ubuntu, which in turn runs on Debian, but that is for another video. But yeah, these figures, particularly the RAM usage on boot up, is just something to keep in mind, depending on the hardware you guys will be using. So thanks for watching, please leave a comment, subscribe, hit that like button, and I do hope to see all of you guys there in the next one. Cheers.